What is up, guys? I'm Evan. This is the Adventures of Rogers and Henderson, and today's video is one that I knew I'd always have to make but wasn't looking forward to. I always knew that I would break something on the two-door Bronco. We've been beating the crap out of it for almost 2 years. It's got 40,000 miles. All the miles on it are either to the Badlands or to go off-roading and then off-roading miles, so no gentle use. But yeah, we finally broke something. Before I get to what it is, make sure you hit the like button and then go ahead and drop a comment down below. Guess what you think we broke. I'll give you a few seconds. Alright, now that we got that out of the way, if you guessed steering rack, you're incorrect. That's still holding up fine. Knock on wood. It's not the tie rods. We have the Icon tie rods. We didn't twist a tube. We got the rock crawler truss, so I'm not worried about that. We didn't break an axle. We didn't break a drive shaft. I broke the freaking tailgate. Yeah. So, little backstory. One of the first things we put on both the two-door and four-door Bronco once we had both of them, and again, I'm not making a judgment, but these are the only ones that were available at the time. We put on the Rough Country tailgate reinforcement brackets. The RTR one was on the website, but it was consistently out of stock, so couldn't buy it. And we wanted something is better than nothing. We got the Rough Country one for both Broncos. At the time, we're like, no big deal. I still have the factory tires. I still have the factory wheels. I'm going to leave them that way. It'll be fine. Fast forward, we added the 37-inch tires, the bead locks, and those are way heavier than what the Sasquatch wheels and tires are from the factory. Now, I've never bashed the rear tire, the spare tire, on anything. I mean, I might have gently rubbed it into some mud or some dirt, but I've never had a direct hit on that piece. But apparently the weight of the spare was enough and more than what the Rough Country bracket and the factory hinges could handle, because the hinge is separating from the tailgate metal itself. I'll show you here in just a second. It makes a god-awful noise. We dropped the spare tire when we were at Badlands Bash. Thankfully, Tim let us put it in his truck and he hauled it back to Illinois for us. But I need to have something on before we go do the Rubicon. I'm not driving 1,800 miles each way plus running the Rubicon without a spare tire. That's not going to work for me. Ironically, I do have the Fab 4 spare tire delete kit. I just never got around to putting it on, and it doesn't really make sense to do so now. So yeah, we'll take a quick look at that, and then we're going to go over the options for what we can do about it. Alright, so it's the bottom hinge. This is what we're looking at. I'll see if I can get in close and get it to zoom, but you can see the hinge pulling away from the tailgate. So if I flex on it, you can see it move. And that's just me pressing by hand. So it's not good. There's the top one for reference. Bottom one is a solid 1/8 inch off of the metal, and you can see where it wasn't painted. If we open up the tailgate, yeah, you can see the gap a little better there. So, yeah, that's what we're working with. No spare tire. We have to get this rectified before we go to the Rubicon. Yeah, so let's go over some options. Alright, so as far as options, I need new hinges. I really don't want to put factory hinges back on, considering that was half the problem in the first place. So right now I think there's 3 options to choose from, and then, I don't know, you guys let me know what you think. I can keep the Rough Country bracket the way that it is. I can keep the spare tire holder from Ford the way that it is, and I can get just brand new CNC'd reinforced steel hinges from Bronco. They're like $525 plus shipping or whatever. Call it $600. Then there's Turn Off-Road. Their tailgate system is a full hinge replacement. It's a full mounting system. It's more of a box, like CNC'd metal design. It looks pretty sharp. I don't know a whole lot about their reputation as far as like the powder coating holding up against corrosion or rust or anything like that. But if you get the replacement bracket with hinges and then the tire mounting kit to add on to that, you're sitting at roughly $1,000. They do make it so you can add like jerry can holders to that. You can add the spare tire platform where you have a storage rack above the spare tire after that's on. And you know, with that bracket, I'm guessing that it would have no problem holding the extra weight of my tire plus whatever I want to put on that rack. So maybe that's a good option. And then the third option is go back to what we originally wanted, but it wasn't in stock, is the RTR tire carrier. That one is DOM tubing. I mean, RTR, the reputation is what it is. They're expensive, but I've never heard anybody complain about the tailgate. I know Corbin from Weekends and Waypoints had one on his Bronco and he loved it. But yeah, it's almost double the price of the Turn, and you're looking at 3.5 times the cost for just the Bronc Buster hinges. So I'm not quite sure, but we need to get it rectified before we do the Rubicon. So let me know in the comments which one you should go with. If you have experience with it, let me know that. Whether it's positive or negative, help us figure out what we're gonna do here. So. All right, guys, so we'll catch you on the next adventure. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. We got a lot more stuff coming up. We got more trips. We got more parts to install. The Rock Jock anti-rock kit is ready to go on. I just put the new exhaust on. That video will be out soon. We got Courtney's new bumper showing up later today. We're going to have that video, the erase and brace install. All that stuff's coming up. We got Bronco Palooza next weekend. Yeah, so you're not going to want to miss anything. Hit the subscribe button. Again, if you haven't done so already, hit the like button. It helps us grow the channel. And also dropping a comment helps us grow the channel as well. And we'll catch you on the next adventure.